Hello, Edu Magicians. Dr. Sam Fessich here with another episode of the Edu Magic Podcast, the podcast that is designed to help you become an educator of excellence during your college career. Remember, friends, teaching doesn't begin when you walk across the stage of graduation, but instead, teaching begins during your first college class at 8 a.m. So, let's get the party started. Today we're talking about how to rock your first conference experience. Recently, I had the honor of delivering a keynote during the Ignite a Spark conference here in Pennsylvania. It was all about how to really take ownership of your conference experience and knock it out of the park. I thought I would share some of those strategies with you today. So let's get started. I want you to meet Jordan Pastilli. She's a secondary social studies pre-service teacher who has presented at many different conferences. I think we've presented at 4 conferences together on topics like formative assessment, virtual co-ops, and some other ones. So I'm going to share with you some of the secrets that she used to rock her conference experiences. The first is to share your why. Now, I know that sounds like a loaded question, but really think about it. Why are you attending the conference? Or why are you presenting? Or why do you want to be a teacher? When I ask that question, the first gut reaction for some people is I love kids. I always want to be a teacher. And those are great answers. Don't get me wrong, guys. Those are great answers. But dig a little bit deeper for a conference experience. Think about that because you're going to be having administrators and current teachers coming up to you and asking you, why are you here? What are you sharing? What are you learning about? Why do you want to be a teacher? Tell me about your teaching story. And these are great questions to answer. So I challenge you before you go to your conference, think about how you would answer some of those questions. Dig a little deep, because as we know, most teachers, they do love kids and they want to work with them every day. But what makes you different? What is going to make you stand out from the other presenters who are pre-service teachers who are also at the conference? Step 2 is network. Network. Tweet out what you're learning about during this conference. Use the hashtag that people are using to document their learning. I'm not saying tweet a million things every hour, but what I'm saying is tweet out some takeaways from the sessions that you're in. Maybe tweet out a picture of the keynote, tweet out a picture of the session presenter and the little takeaway from his or her session using the conference hashtag, obviously. By doing this, you're showing the speaker that you care about their message. You're talking about what you learned. So maybe, people who couldn't attend that session could still learn from you, which is excellent because we all know that sharing is caring and learning never ends. And also you're sharing what you're learning, not only to people at that conference, but people around the world, which is excellent. So make sure you're networking. Third suggestion is to have a conversation with people. Some of my best learning experiences at conferences have not been in sessions, but instead waiting in line or going to lunch or having a cup of coffee, just sitting down and talking to people and really getting to know them and starting to build those relationships. So be prepared to have a conversation with people. Actively listen to what they're talking about. Maybe this is where you want to share your why you're attending or what you're presenting about, or maybe some of your best takeaways that you've learned during that conference. Also, listen to what people are saying to you and respond appropriately. Ask questions. This is a great time to ask questions to connect with others because you guys, you never know where a new connection could lead. So maybe it could lead to a follow, or maybe that could lead to a conversation about a job interview, or maybe it'll actually lead to, hey, we have some openings at our school. We'd love for you to apply. Honestly, guys, you never know where a conversation can take you. My last suggestion to rock your conference experience is to challenge yourself. Now, what I mean by that is don't attend sessions that your best friend's going to. Actually attend sessions that are going to challenge you as an educator. Really think about what you're curious about, what you want to grow from during this conference, what's going to make you a better educator for your students, and go attend sessions that maybe you don't know anything about, or maybe you know a little bit about, you heard during a class one time you want to dig deeper about differentiated instruction or educational technology. Really think about what you want to learn about, what's going to make you grow as a teacher, and attend sessions that help you grow. So sometimes conferences have their session list up ahead of time, and you can go and you can look through, session descriptions and titles, location, and really decide what you want to attend based on those descriptions. So before we end today's session, I want to go back to Jordan's story because just like yours, hers is not finished. So at one of the conferences that we attended Tretsy together, and that was a local conference all about EdTech. And she was selected at the end to participate in a closing session to present at the end of the day. A really quick little Ignite 5-minute reflection about what they learned during their conference experience. And Jordan was one of the only pre-cert teachers that attended, and she was able to present to a group, I would say of about 300 educators, about what she learned about during her conference experience. And one of her main takeaways was meeting her professional learning network, or PLN, in real life and learning from everyone in the room. So when you're going to a conference, one of my favorite things to say, and I learned this from somebody at an ed camp, is the smartest person in the room is the room. We all have stories. We all have experiences, strategies, techniques that we want to share with others. So make sure you're leveraging the knowledge of everybody in that room to make yourself a better teacher. And Jordan did so well at the end of her talk that a superintendent from a local school district actually pulled me aside, pointed to her, and said, "That is one I need to watch." And guys, I couldn't agree more. Jordan has been rocking it throughout her college career. All right, friends, just some encouragement to end today's session. You have the heart and the brains to do amazing things, but sometimes you just need a little courage. And attending conferences, you might need a little courage to do that. So I recommend going and talking to your professors, asking what conferences are in session next fall, or maybe you want to go to the EdCamp Foundation site, and I'll drop that in the show notes below to see if there's any EdCamps in your area during the summertime or during the semester. Maybe you want to look to see if there's any great webinars being presented or free webinars that you can attend or watch after they're done recording in an archive. Check out your local professional development organization, whether that be Kappa Delta Pi, Educators Rising. Sometimes they have courses and webinars that you can watch and attend too. So take a leap and try something new. Go attend a conference or even amp it up a bit. Present at one. You never know what you're going to learn. There you have it, friends. Remember that you have the EduMagic within you. I need you in my professional learning network, so please make sure that you subscribe and share all that you are learning and doing in and out of the classroom with #EduMagic. Until then, I'll see you next time.